Hello everyone, welcome back. The last time we met, we were discussing about marine creature and why it is so important to protect the coral reef. But have you ever wondered how do humans stay underwater for for a relatively long period of time? And in this infographic video, we'll find out. So how do we stay underwater for a period of time? So, what can we do to keep us underwater for a period of time? Well, these pictures might give you some clue. Well, so, first of all, we can bring our mask and snorkel down so we can actually see underwater and we can use the snorkel to breathe on the surface. Second, obviously, we have to bring our diving tank in because the tank contains the air we need to breathe underwater. Next, next it will be our weight belt. The weight belt is key to performing our movement underwater. I'll explain it later in a different slide. And of course, we need our fin so we can move forward. We can move forward. Well, before we do anything, we have to realize that human eyes are not designed to see well underwater. I mean, yeah, you can see a bit underwater, but you won't last really long in the salt water. So therefore, we have to bring our own mask. So why do we have to bring a mask? Well, that's because we have to trap some of the air between our eyes and the outside environment to see. Because, well, our eyes work on land, not underwater. However, just beware of refraction. Well, refraction is when light goes through water, and in this case, the light goes through our mask and into our eye. So this creates an illusion that everything is maybe bigger and closer than it seems. So just keep that in mind for now. Now our vision is sorted. What do we bring next? Well, I can tell you one thing. You don't stuck you don't stuck underwater without your fins. Now, why is that? Well, the thing is, it's it's really hard to move around underwater. And you know, we are not marine creatures, so therefore we need technology to assist us. Well, like I say, the fins help us to move around, and maximize the propulsion and minimize the effort. Well, just wondering, what does the fin remind you of? What the design philosophy behind it? Maybe the pictures might give you a clue. So, before I start this section, just wondering, have you all been to the ocean before? Have you swam in the ocean before? And if you do, you realize you float because of the salt water. Now, this is called positive buoyancy. However, when we want to go underwater, we don't want to stay on the surface, do we? Hence, we bring something called the weight belt. Now, these weight belts are usually a block of metal that you wear around. Well, with the belt attached, of course. Now, what it does is it counteracts our body positive buoyancy in the ocean to make it neutral buoyancy. So, we don't want to float on the surface, but at the same time, we don't want to sink to the sea floor. This device is so important for buoyancy control. And in the next session, we'll talk about more about how the pressure affects our body underwater. Now, perhaps the most important part of our kit is the air we breathe ourselves, hence the diving tank. But we cannot just straight breathe out of the tank underwater, can we? Hence, we need something called the air hose and the BCD to assist us. Now, the air hose allows us to breathe air directly from the tank, and the BCD allows us to carry the oxygen tank. So the air mixtures in the tank itself is the same as the atmosphere air mixture. 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen. Well, that's because that is what we breathe every day, every second of our life. Now, we can't just use our hand to carry this tank around, can we? It's a bit troublesome. Hence, we have this buoyancy control device, or well, BCD to be short. And it's also used for our buoyancy control, which is another really important aspect if you want to go underwater. Now, this is my personal kit on the right side, and hence you can see the air hose is on the top. The black black bag-like device is the BCD, and the gray tank behind is the diving tank. And just notice, if you look at the bottom of the picture, do you see that the blue belt with the orange thing? Oh, well, that is a weight belt that we talked about just now. No. There's one more selection we have to make before we can go underwater. Now we have to choose our suit. So there are usually two choices: the wetsuit and the dry suit. So what's the differences? Now, wetsuits. We usually use wetsuits in the warm water in tropical water. Well, some people wear it. It's because they want to keep warm in the tropical water, while other people wear it because of again, buoyancy, which is quite a key word in the underwater term. So what's the advantage of it? Well, number one, it's cheaper. Number two, you can have better mobility, which means you can move around more with the wetsuit. And third, the wetsuit can protect you from dangers such as jellyfish egg. And now dry suit. Well, from the name dry suit itself, it has the word dry. So it means that it can keep you warm. And it can keep you dry, literally. You can wear your normal shirt, you can wear your normal pants in it. But it's really, really clunky, and you can wear it in really cold water, such as like the Arctic or Antarctica, or anywhere that is near freezing point, or whenever you feel really cold. So how does the dry suit keep you warm in this case? So instead of having a layer of skin tight cloth outside you, it actually has air in it. So the air inside the dry suit actually keep you warm. And again, like I said before, you will be completely dry, so you won't feel the cold outside. And that's it, really. Well, again, see you soon.